Hey, welcome here guys to Rudik Video Games channel and another video about solo level in Rise, where we're going to talk a little bit about our queen, our model, and just a star of this new WOBL, where she's completely just destroying it. And if you watched my previous videos on Choi and his performance in WOBL, you should understand one thing. He goes to just no comparison with Yoo Soo-yoon. Yes, this is our main star here, and we're going to talk a little bit about her specifically, why she's doing so well. At the end, I'm going to show you two full runs to just understand and have an impression of her amazing performance in WOBL. And this is not the only one place where she shines. Also, Guild Boss and some other activities. And I should say that even in dungeons and core missions, I mean, with Proof of the Strong level 20, she shows just crazy results. Even with the bosses who are not weak to fire or even resistant to this element. Yeah, I'm going to provide you details why so and how it came to such a moment that she completely destroying it all and everyone. Also, I'm going to provide my thoughts and ideas on the best way to prepare yourself for the upcoming WOBL hard mode. I mean, in terms of the team for hunters. About SGW I was talking a little bit in my previous video, so if you didn't see it, go and check this out. It's going to be helpful. But before we're going to start with details, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Also join my Discord server, I'm building up my community. And I'm always happy to see new people, so you're more than welcome. Now let's begin with the main topic about Yoo Soo-yoon and her performance. So what changed and how it came so that she's literally melting everyone like a piece of butter on a hot pan. The whole thing, is going to be about defense penetration and how it actually works. And the thing about it, the whole idea, the whole concept, is that she is the only one character for now in this game who can reach just incredible numbers of defense penetration in any battle. We are going to discuss a little bit about conditions which are going to help reach this goal. But before we're going to start with this moment, I have to show you some statistics, numbers, and explanations about this moment. Also, here is, of course, the channel of another content creator, and he was working in collaboration with one tester. His nickname is some kind of BRRRR and so on. Yeah, so they did a lot of huge and massive work. They provide everything, details, and I'm going to break this down in a simple way to make it clear just for everyone, so there will be just no questions at all. First of all, the first moment which we have to start with is that each boss, each mob, they have certain number, certain percentage of effective defense, which is going to affect our damage output and reduce it. The way how defense penetration works is basically, in a simple way, the number of defense which we are going to ignore. Pretty much simple. So it's going to be called in percentages from 0 to 100, and obviously at 0% it means that we're not going to ignore any defense, so the whole potential of defense is going to affect our damage output, our performance, and 100% where we're going to ignore all defense completely and nothing is going to affect our damage output, I mean in terms of mob's defense, so that's obvious. And of course, the main idea is that based on this percentage of effective defense, the numbers of damage output, of damage increase, they are going to change. Bosses, mobs with lower percentage of effective defense, they are going to receive less damage as a result in compared to mobs with higher defense. And these numbers of damage increase, of damage received by these mobs, bosses, they are going to increase like exponentially. And the whole beauty, at some point craziness, is going to be about exactly last percentages of defense penetration. So as you can see here, for example, from the table, if we have about 30% of defense penetration applied to the boss with 90%, for example, effective defense, our damage increase is going to be about 37%. In compare when we have 100%, this number is going to rise up to 900%. The difference, let's say round about 25 or something like that times. And this is something which is going to blow up our mind completely. And yeah, in a showcase, you will see everything on your own. There is no joke at all. Here is also the graph with the damage increase based on our defense penetration. As you can see, it's not a linear model, it's an exponential model where at 100% we have just some crazy numbers. That's something unreal. And the other moment which we should know and keep in mind, that actually level of mobs is going to affect our defense penetration, this parameter, and from the numbers which we have on our hunters, of course they are going to be reduced by levels of mobs, and the higher level, the higher decrease we are going to receive in terms of our actual effective defense penetration. The whole concept of how it works and why Yusuyun shows such an amazing results is just because of certain conditions which we have right now in terms of hunters which are going to support her and exactly her passives. So we're going to go to her passives and I'm going to explain everything. So here we are when we're going to her passives. At A0 she has such a ability which calls Spotlight, which is going to give her 24% defense penetration. And this number and all the others which I'm going to discuss, they're not affected by level of mobs. So these are flat stats which are going to be added to the final result. So here from here at A0 we're going to receive 24% defense penetration. We're going next to her A2 passive, which is going to give 12%, so this is 36 already, and we're going to her weapon, which at A5 is going to give another 12% defense penetration. So in total, from her passives, from her weapon, she is going to receive 48% defense penetration. Now a little bit about the fire team. And of course support unit, which we should discuss as well, is Gina. We're going again to her passives, and here, let me see, at her A4, here we can see all team members' defense penetration increases by 4%. The defense penetration of fire team members increases by an additional 4%. So in total 8%. We're going to add it to Yusuyun 48%, and this is going to be 56. Now we're going to our brand new character who is Acel, and we're going to her passives as well. Going straight to her A4 passive, and here we can also see team members' defense penetration increases by 4% for every fire team member in the party, stacking up to 3 times, so it's 12%. In total, we have for our Yu Soo-yoon 68% defense penetration. So another moment to mention as well is going to be our stats and defense penetration which we have here. So this is one of the parameters which is going to be affected by level of mobs, of bosses, and this is going to be reduced by a certain amount which we have seen on these graphs. Just to be more precise, let me make it full screen. The numbers below, these are exactly numbers which we see here in the brackets. And these are just the same numbers in percentages. So the effective defense penetration which we receive at the end of transformation, our defense penetration applied by level of certain mobs. So for example, let me see. For example, 18,000 here for level 100 mob, it's going to be 15%, which here, of course, it's not 15%. Here, 18,000 is 27%. But yeah, overall, because of the level of the mob, the actual number of defense penetration we're going to receive at the end at 15%. So the main topic about her and how she actually can reach this parameter of 100%. In my previous calculations, I mentioned the number of 68%. And let's say, without any additional support in terms of defense penetration, we have to add 32% to reach 100 of pure defense penetration. So again, we're going to this graph and let's see, for example, our mob is going to be level 100. Let's say, for example, this is going to be this curve. Yeah, we're looking at 30%. It's this one line here. And we don't even have these two lines crossed in this graph. As you can see here, the number is like around 50k and it's not even crossed with 30% parameter. So it's going even further up to, I believe, 56k, which is literally impossible to do for 100 level mobs. 50k, can you imagine this number here? I can't. It's not possible for now. But yeah, we're going to talk about specific addition, and here we're talking specifically about the armed set, Black Lion set, which is going to provide us additional 18% of defense penetration when you're using 4 pieces, of course. And we're going back to my final number, which I've calculated from the team, from her passives, from weapons. It's 68. So if we're going to use the lion set, we're going to add another 18%. And this is going to be 86% of a flat of an actual defense penetration. So to reach the number of 100%, we need to add only 14%. So we're going here to the table, for example, to the graph for 100 level mob to get ourselves, okay, let's say 15%. We need to have only 18,000 defense penetration. And that's actually something real. It's not a problematic one. With all cores which we have, with all enchantments which we can make for our gear, this is pretty much possible. And for example, here I have a really bad set. I mean, if you watch here, just nothing really so good. Even I have like some pieces with two different attacks. It it didn't proc even. For example, as well here. Even boots I have with the main stat of HP, oh my god. So you can see it's not the perfect set here, and it should be optimized for sure. And the improvement is going to be really impressive. So for attack, it's not that high. For critical hit rate, I have improved it with my course. Critical hit damage, I have improved it with my course as well. Defense penetration, I have one core with defense penetration and some gears, of course, with enchantments, so it's been buffed a little bit, but overall nothing that crazy. So yeah, with the lion set, we can balance things out to bring our parameter of defense penetration to 100%. And again, we're going to the graph, and let me show you real quick. So we assume that bosses which we have in WOBL, they are pretty much tanky. Most likely, the parameter of defense, effective defense, is around maybe 85 or 90%, something like that. So yeah, when we are reaching, in our case, 100% of defense penetration, effective defense penetration, we're going to receive ourselves just an amazing boost in damage increase of here, for example, 900%, which is insane. Again, you will see everything in real battles. But yeah, that's how it actually works. At the end, you will understand that for her specifically, the best set is going to be the lion set. For high level mobs, of course, just because 18%, it's a huge number. And for her specifically, the best support units, again due to defense penetration and also some other buffs, are going to be Gina and Asil, at least at A4, both of them, to receive the bonus from defense penetration. So now we're going straight into the topic for the best team for the hard mode WOBL. So far, as we don't have Kanai, the brand new DPS for the fire team, which is going to be, I believe, released with the exactly hard mode of WOBL, and she will require some tests and analysis and understanding how she works. So I'm not going to speak a lot about it. Maybe Kanai is going to be better than Yusuyun in terms of her performance, in terms of damage output, I don't know. It's going to be tested, it's the topic for other videos, but for now, from what we have, the best team so far for the hard mode WOBL is going to be Asil, Gina, and Yusuyun. And for sets which we need to use with them, of course, for Asil is going to be the grid set to get ourselves additional bonus for critical hit rate, critical hit damage, and better break effectiveness. For Gina, just to boost ourselves some damage output and total power in general. Again, for her also to boost total power, that's an important topic to keep in mind. 8 pieces Burning Blessing. Total power, it plays just incredibly huge role, and if you are not in a recommended zone, you will struggle for sure. That was just a real example from the last one, hard mode WBL. So this is the moment which you should keep in mind and balance things out to boost your total power as much as possible, to use the highest level gear sets with maximum amount of enchantments to boost your hunter's advancements, as well as these growth upgrade, and also their weapons. They're playing a huge role in terms of total power, as well as cores to max them out. That's a mandatory one moment. Yeah, basically everything is going to boost your total power. Shadows, your armory, remnant power, everything. So you should focus on that and follow the recommendations. I don't think it's going to be possible to complete the hard mode if you're below the recommended number. That's unfortunately the reality and how the game works. It is what it is. But yeah, again, for Yusuyun, the best combination is going to be 4 pieces Black Lion and 4 pieces Outstanding Ability. Even for long-term battles, I don't see any reason to use Expert set, because the damage increase and damage output for her with this set, it's worth it, even for long battles. I was testing, I was trying, I didn't see a lot of difference. And sometimes, for me personally, it feels that it's better to deal at a certain moment more damage at the beginning, at the middle of the battle, than deal some massive amounts at the end of it. So yeah, a little bit about recommended advancements which you want to have for your hunters. Of course, for ASL is going to be A5, at least A5. But in terms of total power, again, you should keep in mind. I believe it will go even further. A5, the best potential in terms of support, the massive one advancement for sure. For Gina, at least A4. For her, A5 is not that important and mandatory, but again, total power. For our girl Yusuyun, of course, A5, she is the main DPS. As higher you have her, the better result you will have. Again, Kanai is going to be a topic for another video as soon as she will be released. So for now, I'm not going to really recommend you to focus 100% on her, but specifically Asil and Gina, they're a must if you're aiming to complete hard mode WOBL within like first week or 2. For the light team, for now I don't have any estimation. I'm not sure that this is going to be possible to complete the first boss. The last one probably yes, but the first one I'm not sure. And this is going to require some tests for me as well. I'm going to provide you results, but I have some really huge doubts about it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how works the defense penetration. That's why Yusuyun is the only one character who can really reach the numbers of 100% of defense penetration. That's how it works. The best sets, recommendations for hunters, the best team for now for the upcoming hard mode WBL, how to prepare. And yeah, now it's time for the showcase. You will see 2 full battles where she's going to just eliminate the bosses. Not going to take any more time. Enjoy battles. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and see you guys in the next one. Take care.
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Fearless. was what you assumed. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear I weighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Every weekend is the same. I'm the one you're trying to claim. Yeah, I already know about your game, but I'm not the one to sit around and be played. Call me up with no shame. All your words sound the same. Yeah, I already know about your game, but I'm not the one to sit around and be played. If you come around just to play me, don't bother, cause you ain't overdue it. Don't even try to convince me. Don't bother, cause now I see you through. About your